My name is Torben Larsen. We're here at the Spooner area disc golf course, right at the 9th hole of the recently installed first nine on the Spooner school area half. Where we're located is kind of at the trail system area. The first tee is right over here in the corner. You can access it by the parking lot here at the school, and the course kind of loops around through this area, avoiding the bike path, and ends right back kind of where you started. The first nine's up and ready to be played. Looking to put in another nine in the city park area, and sponsorship is available.
Looking for sponsorship to help with the cost of the first 9 holes, or with the cost of bringing in the next 9 holes, or both?
Both. We have the first 9 partially paid for. Got a couple of holes left to pay for, and then the other 9. So both need to be paid for.
So what's the entity, or who is actually behind this?
Behind this, I am.
Okay.
I guess somewhat part of a school project for me, but to do a community service project for the conclusion of my schooling, and this is the project I chose to do.
Okay. So now you would recommend that people would maybe come to the high school parking lot.
Yep.
And start. They can park there, start at the first hole. It seems like these holes are like a regular golf course. There's some distance between these holes. I mean, we're not talking just 100 yards. How much distance is there between the holes?
It goes between, I don't know, 300 to 500 feet, and that's pretty typical for the area courses that you'll see over in either Hayward or Rice Lake.
Okay. So I'm looking out here on the field. There's a lot of tall grass. And is that pretty typical for the disc golf course like this?
Yeah, in this area, kind of out in the wilderness, it's pretty typical. You'll see some pay-for-play courses that have mowed fairways and stuff, but this being a free course, this seems pretty typical.
It might make it more interesting. It's a little higher.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a nice walk through the woods, excuse to get out.
Now this is the goal is to get the disc into one of these baskets, right?
Right.
So what do they have to do? They have to just anywhere in there, or inside the chain, or
no? It just has to land in the basket.
Anywhere in the basket.
And what the chains do is, if your disc is coming in at high speed, it catches the disc and kind of drops it right in the basket.
Okay. All right. Now you were telling me, show me the rest of these discs here. This is really interesting.
Yeah. So
there are a variety of discs for the serious enthusiasts, right?
Right. So this course, or disc golf, can be played just with a regular frisbee, but if you get kind of into it, there's special discs that you can buy, and kind of like golf, there's different varieties. You have ones with kind of flat edges like that move pretty slowly, and they're.
This is the one you call the putter?
The putter, right.
Is this a little heavier too?
A little heavier, kind of floats through the air, and the wide edge hits the chain pretty well.
And what else do you have in there as far as this type?
We got other ones like drivers, and they have a thinner edge, so they kind of slice through the air, go a little bit further, but
okay. And
then you got kind of ones in between that you can throw further than a putter, but with more finesse than
kind of like your 5-iron.
Right. Yeah. This would be an iron.
Do they have codes on them like irons do, or not?
No, there's kind of say if it's a driver or a mid-range disc or a putter.
So you were saying that when you're playing in a game, that the players choose the type of disc depending on the conditions or distance or what they want to achieve, just like you would in golf.
Right.
With a variety. So typically, how many discs does a player bring out to a course?
I'd say the minimum would be 3. A driver, a mid-range, and a putter, and then the different discs, the longer range ones, they have different flight patterns. Some tend to curve right more, some curve left more, and so on trickier courses you might bring as many as 20 to try to negotiate different curves. So as much money as you want to spend.
And you're saying that you could just come out here with any frisbee you want to use. It is.
Yep.
But you're talking about people who are more serious about this as a pursuit,
right? Like any recreational activity, you can spend as much money as you want to.
Well, I've heard you talk about the golf course at the city council a few years back, and you were saying this is a really big sport around the state. How big is it? I mean,
pretty big. There's got to be about 100 courses around Wisconsin. And increasingly more in the area. Like I said, there's 1 or 2 in Hayward, 1 in Rice Lake, 6 in the Ashland area. I think they're. I heard talks about putting 1 in at the Heartwood Center. So it's a growing sport.
So people will come here just to participate in this type of event. I mean, obviously they have the walking trail. But would this be open in the wintertime? Would people play this in the winter or not?
Yeah. So the neat thing about this equipment is it's guaranteed for 20 years in the weather, and it's hot dipped in zinc, so it's all galvanized. So it's good to play in the winter. It's good to play in the rain. It doesn't really require any maintenance at all. So.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.